It is my pleasure to introduce our friend, Brooklyn Borough President, Eric Adams.
Thank you so much, and to Tony and my good friend, the Attorney General, Patricia Drains, we affectionately call her Tish, and to this entire executive board that's here and representatives of this union, and most importantly to the families. I can remember like it was yesterday, being called off the campaign trail and the doctor telling me that, Eric, your mother is not going to make it in April. And tell me to get to the hospital right away. You know, mommy has 6 children and she loves them all, but she just adored me. And you know, God has a way of just sending the signals. And none of my other siblings were able to make it. And I got to the hospital, and I sat in the room, and you know that heart monitor as it beeps. You know, I was holding her hand when it ended the last time and stopped beating. And you know, the love of my life was gone. And so, it's not much you can say when you watch a loved one that leaves you in that manner. But you just have to reflect on who were you while they were here. Mortality is not part of the contract we have in life. It's going to be a beginning, a middle, and an ending. We focus on the beginning, we focus on the ending, when really the quality is those moments in the middle. And in these dark days, I believe that it's also an opportunity to ask ourselves, as we mourn those who made the transformation from the physical to the spiritual, we ask ourselves, what am I doing with those who are in our lives right now? Those who are children, you know, how much are you embracing and hugging your parents and telling them how much you love them? Those who lost spouses, how many times you allowed them to leave the house and you were angry and just didn't say, hold on, baby, you know, you are important to me. Those who have parents and others, cousins and nephews, those who are here. And so I just believe that as I saw mommy transition, it made me call my sister, who I had an estranged relationship with over 22 years. And I said, Faye, it's just time for us to come together. And after we cried and after we felt the pain, we realized that we should not have to wait for a funeral or a memorial before we understand what we mean to each other. And so to those 110 transit workers who saw, I believe, the city betray them. When we divided the city into essential and non-essential workers, we told those who could stay home and who could remotely do their jobs, we told them, you're in safe distance. You can be with your families. You can keep your distance from others. But then we told another group of people that you're going to go out and move our city. You're going to get our Uber Eats. You're going to stock our supermarkets. You're going to be in the hospitals and make sure that you take care of our family members. And I know that because I was with you. We moved together when we fought to get you just masks. The system had almost 1 million masks, and they were saying you couldn't get one. I remember just going to the bus depot and just having the workers saying, we would do our job, just help us through this. I remember the fights that Tony and others had to have just to get the basic services as you were watching your members catch COVID and then go home and potentially infect your family members. It was just wrong. And so we can't bring them back. But we can dedicate a permanent memorial to acknowledge their existence. Because time will move on. And we get inundated with another crisis or another problem, and we sometimes forget those who were there. Our heroes and sheroes. Our heroes and sheroes were more than those who were on the front line of law enforcement or EMS or in the hospitals. But it was your family members that you lost. We want to acknowledge their presence. And that's why the Attorney General is here, and that's why I'm here. Tony said it best, I am you, I am you. And throughout my entire life, I noticed that people wanted to be heard, but I just want to do one thing, I want it to be felt. I want you to know that I lived a life that you are living or have lived. And we're in this together. One of your own was the borough president. One of your own will continue to serve you. And I'm not here to be served. I'm your humble servant. And my heart goes out to all of you who have lost someone during COVID. COVID may have killed people physically, but the anatomy of their spirits still remain with you. Every time you close your eyes, you can still see them and feel them. I knew my mother took me as far as she can go physically, but she's always there with me spiritually. And that is who we are. We are merely spiritual beings living in a human existence. Don't ever think that this is the conclusion to what we can become and who we will be. And so I thank you for allowing me to be here today with you as we honor your loved ones, your family members, and the men and women of the TWU. And when people don't understand it, they need to know. They move because of you, the TWU. Thank you very much.